What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Octane Red _392, and today we are doing a thermostat replacement. Actually, it's kind of a slight upgrade. It's a 180 thermostat. It's a Duralast thermostat. Shout out to Garage Driven and Modern Day Muscle. I watched Modern Day Muscle's video. He shot out Garage Driven for the little trick on how to reuse the wasted antifreeze that comes out when you pull the hose where the thermostat is located. So because the thermostat is at the top, I'm gonna show you guys now. Thermostat is at the top of the 392 motors, so it's very easy to get to. Now, the trick that Garage Driven showed Modern Day Muscle is to put the trash bag underneath this area where we're going to be working at, where we're going to pull the old thermostat out, put a new one in. Backstory of my thermostat. This car has 88,000 miles on it. It's never been changed. The thermostat has never been changed. So for you reliability freaks out there that think the 392 isn't that reliable, this is the first part I had to change in 88,000 miles. So thermostat, luckily for me, it got stuck when I was down at the Jacksonville Jaguars game, and it came on as I was leaving the city. So I ran the code. The code that popped up was, I'll put it right here. That code popped up when I ran the system diagnostics check on the car, which is pretty cool. It kind of gives you an error code or whatever is causing your cell to go on. That's check engine light. When that came on, I looked at it. I immediately pulled over to see, because I didn't want my car to run hot. If I had to, I would just call AAA and had it towed to some shop in Jacksonville, because I had family in Jacksonville. I could have just stayed overnight or whatever and just got it fixed the next day. But seeing how relatively easy it is to change this thermostat out, I went ahead and got a 180 degree thermostat. The stock thermostat in these cars are 203. I know that because I seen a video that Modern Day Muscle did. Another shout out to you, bro. Thanks again for making that video however long ago you made it. This is not strictly for performance needs. This is actually for what the car needs, and I figure why not just do a performance, quote unquote performance, radiator, or not radiator, but thermostat upgrade. So with this, the car run a lot cooler, like it has been since the issue started, which the temperature never went over 185 unless I beat on the car. Like if I just got on it for a while, it go up to like 210, 215, and then as I'm cruising, it would go all the way back down to 185. So that would have been cool if I had this in my car. I didn't. I had a 203 thermostat in my car, which is why I knew it was definitely an issue. And luckily for me, my thermostat got stuck in the open position, is all I could say. Then again, this may not even be the issue, but it came up when I got back home and I checked it with Discount Auto Parts. So with the local parts store, they did their code check on it, and that's what came back as it needed a thermostat. It may or may not fix the issue, but that's what we're gonna go at. From here, it could be a fuse issue. Either way, the thermostat only cost me like 20 bucks. So it wasn't a bad part to have to buy. But also, I got an oil change when I got back as well. I let them know about the engine light. Dodge wanted to keep my car for about 5 days because they're so backed up. And then it's gonna cost me around $800 to get that stuff swapped out. So I don't know why it's that extremely high. I mean, leaving my car somewhere where it is regularly maintained. My car hadn't had 80,000 miles and never seen my car. They see my car every time for an oil change. I do that, so the Dodge dealership here in town is used to seeing my car, and two, it shows them that I'm maintaining the car. I've done my own brakes, I do my own tire rotations and all that stuff. I just give them something to do on my car to touch it, so they see it every so often. So whenever I do have a problem, it's not brand new to them, or it's not like me trying to come in doing something shady because I messed it up by trying to tune it or whatever. Like, they see my car day in and day out. They know I modified my exhaust and that was it. And then if you want to say I did the cold air intake and the oil catch cam, but none of that stuff voids the warranty. So we are going to get into what we need for the thermostat change. And so you need a 13 millimeter socket with a ratchet, or if you want to use just a regular attachment to do it without a ratchet, you can do that too. And you need the new thermostat. Cool thing about these thermostats in the Mopars, I'm not sure if it's in the newer cars of other makes and models, but it already has the rubber seal around the edge of it, so you don't need any extra adhesives or sealants or anything to help keep this sealed. It seals in place. You also are going to need some pliers to pull out the old thermostat, which is kind of lodged in there for good reason, so it doesn't leak. So I was told to start with the bottom screw right here instead of the top one first. Also, before we start, I'm going to put the handy dandy radiator fluid catcher underneath here, and we're going to cover it so this way it doesn't get on any of the belts and make that terrible squeaky noise whenever you get fluid on your belt. So here we go. I want to put the bag in and under. That's loose. I can continue removing it with just a socket. Yep, right here to catch most of the fluid. Some of it's getting on the ground, I can hear it. Try to do this a little bit quicker so it's not a one bolt. The second bolt. Put that back. As you can see, yeah, this one's all jacked up. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, it wasn't stuck open. It just busted. Sheesh. That's on there pretty good. That was completely busted. Sorry about that. Alright guys, so now you can see that's the new one. It has a metal piece where that plastic piece was at. So there's the new one. It's that simple, that quick. I want to just tighten these back up now. And I'm going to show you guys how bad the other one was. It was just busted. It wasn't even stuck open. So either way, I definitely got lucky by driving this thing back from Jacksonville like that. There's the top one. And yeah, there's totally a puddle underneath me. Well, I tried to save some of it. I have more radiator fluid. For these cars is awesome. Like, I remember I took this thing to the track one time, my buddy. All right, so let's see how much fluid we actually saved. Because there's a lot on the ground. All right, we got a good bit. At this point, we're gonna use this, put it back in here. It's weird how this stuff is still warm too. All right, so wow, I put a good bit back in there too. It's like almost right in between the lines where it needs to be on the side here. It's almost at the recommended level. So we are going to wipe these parts down right quick. Cannot do that. That's just crazy to me. A little bit of spray wax ain't never hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt no car, I know that. If I dump the whole bit down there, then yeah, maybe. But who would do that? All right, that's good. I'm gonna put a little bit more in there, just to make sure. Better to have more than not enough. I have too much than too little. All right, where we at? A little bit more. That should be good. All right, good there. Seal on the reservoir cap is good. That's closed tight. All right, now to deal with the culprit. All right, so this is what's left. These are the pliers I use in case. All right, guys, so sorry about that. But here you have it. This is supposed to be here. And don't worry about this. This got pulled out when we were gone. But see this right here. This piece is all just blown out. So that is what was not letting it regulate, I guess. Letting it go up to the 210, 215 area to pop, to then come back down. It just kept flowing through. There was nothing stopping or holding the pressure, I'm guessing. But the new piece, this is all metal, so that should reinforce that, and definitely reinforce it since this is rubber. That part is metal. It should be better all around. But right on the inside of this thing is supposed, okay, so right here, I don't know if you can see that, it says 203 right there. 203. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but that's what it says. And so this is why I had to change my thermostat. And I figured since I had to change it, might as well just upgrade it. So that being said, we're gonna get in it right quick once we button everything else back up, meaning clean up the garage. And then I'm gonna do a test ride, make sure it's working right. If I need to, I'll bleed it. I'll bleed the system. But they say these are supposed to correct themselves. The computer's supposed to adjust for the temperature. I've been getting 50-50 on the engine light coming on because it's staying too cold or whatever. But I think it's only because this thing wasn't holding pressure, so it wasn't even able to regulate whatever temperature it's supposed to be at. So with this, it'll probably stay around 185, 190. I heard they pop at 192 or something like that. So with that being said, it may not stay as low as 185, but it shouldn't be over 200. It should be less than 200, 190 area, somewhere in there. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna do some shots inside the car once we clean all this up. So give me a second. Definitely smells something. All right, we're good. There's no leaking fluid or anything like that. Just the runoff from when we changed it. But other than that, it seems pretty good on there. So that's good. Back to the car. All that seems pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's see if it is around about the temperature. Right now it's at 132. Yeah, I'm gonna ride around right quick and tune back in and see. Let you guys know the update on this real quick. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So there is great news about the 180 thermostat install, or what have you. So my engine light would not go off. I have a taser, so that's what I used to get my engine light cleared. I did this once before and the issue was still there, so it came back on. So now that the issue's fixed, I'll be able to tell in like 3 days. If it comes back on, I'll do an update video, seeing what I gotta do next. But it hasn't. So at this point, this is the end of the video. It's at 2:17 now. I was just on it a little bit. Guys, thanks for the support. Thanks for checking out the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you on the next one. Later. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, here's some more videos you can check out. Before you do that though, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell, so this way you're notified when we post out awesome new content. Go Jags!